I was muted. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. My name is Elaine. I am a student ambassador here at Fresno City College, and we will be going over my portal and the self-service overview. So after today's presentation, you'll know how to navigate my portal, understand your dashboard. You'll know your favorite apps in my portal. You'll have an overview of self-service. You'll know how to get technical support. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat, as Fen said. Okay, so when you start off and you wanted to get into your portal, you'll go to www.fresnocitycollege.edu and you will click on My Portal. This works for Madera Community College, Clovis Community College, Reedley as well. So you don't always have to be at Fresno City College online. You can be at any of the colleges in our district. And you will click My Portal. And then when you click My Portal, it will prompt this little Microsoft sign in and you will put your ID number. A part where a lot of students get messed up is you have to put at my.sccd.edu. That is the email that you'll use for the next 2 years or however long you're here. And then after you put your email, it will prompt you to our site, our SCCD site, and then you'll re-enter that email, and then you'll put your default password, which is uppercase first letter of your first name, and then lowercase first letter of your last name, followed by a 6-digit birthday. So this one is RG031607. A lot of students get stumped on the password when they have to recreate it because this is a default password, so it will expire. So you'll have to make a new one. And when you do make that new one, it has to be 12 characters and it can't have your name or your birthday on it. So very simple. All right. And then once we successfully got into our portal, it will prompt us to update our communication preferences. You have to put in your phone number. This is a part that a lot of people also get stumped on. It has to be 559 dash. Your dashes have to be in your phone number. And then you also put in a personal email address. And then you also update your preference on emergency notifications, as well as admissions and records notifications and financial aid notifications. And then when you update all those, it will prompt you to send you a verification code. And then you'll enter that verification code. And then this little green box will pop up showing that everything went right. And then you'll click on dashboard to go right back to your My Portal. All right, and then you successfully went into My Portal. So this is what it looks like. And then right now we're gonna go over my favorite apps, which is Student Email, Starfish, Canvas, and Self-Service. We no longer use WebAdvisor, so we can just disregard that one. So the first app that we're going to go over is our student email. This is so important. Our student email is how you're going to communicate with your instructors. Everyone loves FAFSA and our refund checks. So whenever you're going to get your disbursement, your FAFSA disbursement, it'll come through this email. So you'll know your date. Also, I always tell students to download the student email to your phone, because when you are on the wait list for a class, you will get an email from admissions and records to go in and register for that class. I always have students that are like, I didn't know I was supposed to go and register. I just thought I was on the wait list and it would just automatically let me in. But it's really important to check your email, because that email will tell you when to go and get off the wait list. So it's just something I always like to tell. And then when you get an email with a date in it, it will update your calendar to keep you on track. All right. And then our next app is Starfish. This is where you're going to go make an appointment with your counselor. I'll put that in our next slide. All right, awesome. So like I said, you make an appointment with your pathway counselor. Coming September or October, you're going to have to make another appointment to know what classes you need for spring semester. So this is very, very important, this app especially. You'll just go in and you'll click Success Network, and then you'll make the appointment with your pathway counselor. And then through this app, you can also request assistance for services and referral needs as well. Our next app is Canvas. This is arguably the most important app. It houses all your classes, your online class content, your syllabus, you turn in assignments, communicate with your instructor and classmates. Always log in on the first day of school, especially if you have an online class, because that's how you're going to show your attendance and keep your registration in the class. Once a class has been added or the teacher releases the class, this little medical terminology class right here, HIT 10, that's what it will look like in the Canvas app. You can also download this to your phone so that you don't always have to log into My Portal online. You can just go to the app on your phone and see what classes you're in and make sure everything's right. Yeah. Okay. Our last one is self-service. This is our registration platform. And through self-service, you can do a ton of things. You can check your student finance, you search for classes and add your classes to your schedule. You can do a transcript request, or check your financial aid, banking information, grades, and enrollment verification. And we'll go through all those. So in self-service with financials, you can view your student finances, check and pay your fees online. So you'll have a health fee, which is about $25 every semester. Instead of going to the business office, you can just pay it online through this little app right here. You can also purchase your student ID card through here. I know a lot of students want that ID card. You can check your financial aid status to see what documents you need. You can enter your banking information. So instead of getting a financial aid check through the mail, you can, if you enter your banking information, you can just get that direct deposit. So it's just super easy. And then you can also request refunds. If you're in a class and you decide to drop that class, but you've already paid for it, you can request the refund to get that money back, which is really important.
Hey, Lane, sorry, I'm gonna jump in real quick. For
Yeah.
the ASB card, your student ID card, the first one is now free. So you can receive your first one for free. And then if for any reason you need a replacement or you lose it, then you can purchase the second one, the replacement, for $5. But your first one is free. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. And we can, okay. And then next is academics. This is so important because you're registering for classes. I always like to describe it as Amazon. You're gonna search for what you want and then you add it to your cart and then you're gonna go buy it from your cart, but in this case, register for the classes. You can also check registration eligibility, which is the date that you're given to go register. And then you can view your grades, past grades, and your grades that you have just received. You can request enrollment verifications, view print unofficial transcripts, which is like when you're ready to transfer, you'll have to go get those transcripts to send to the school that you're transferring to. And then you can also order official transcripts through Parchment. Your first 2 transcripts that you order are free, and then after year 2, you would have to pay for them. But that is the academic portion. All right, and user options. So this is all about yourself. If you need to update your address, your email, or your phone number, update your pronouns, your preferred name, so professors, instructors know what to call you. And so you feel safe and welcomed here. Your emergency notifications in case something happens and we need to reach out to a family member or a friend. Add any health conditions that you feel the school needs to know just in case something happens. And also sign up for emergency alerts. Update your communication preferences. All right, now we're going to go to the second portion, which is Microsoft Office 365. As a student here, you get access to Microsoft 365 everything you need as a student. So Microsoft Word you use to write papers, Excel, you create spreadsheets, PowerPoint, create presentations, and OneDrive to store all your saved documents. I really love this because I run out of space on all my personal apps that I have. So having these apps make it so easy to just have everything in one place. All right, and Fresno resource links. This is just a couple of resource links about our SEC district. Go ahead. Oh, okay. I thought there was another slide, but back to the resource links. You can get information about COVID-19 reported cases in our district. So Madera, Fresno, Clovis. If you're worried about that, that's something that you can definitely check up on. New student orientation, you all should have done that. If you need counseling or think that you might need counseling, that is also a link as well. And then we'll talk about parking. So parking, you need a parking pass for each semester here. They're $30 for fall and spring and then 20 for summer. Parking, it is one parking pass. You can use it at Madera, Clovis, Fresno, Reedley. So we are a district, like I've said a million times, and you can use that anywhere. So then you'll just go ahead and click on the student, faculty, and staff parking little button there, and then it'll prompt you to enter all your information and your license plate number. And so then they will, once submitted, they'll send you a parking pass in the mail and you'll just stick that onto your car. Perfect. And then this is a newer feature that we added. It's a My Schedule feature. When you are registered or on the wait list for a class, it will pop up in this little area. So see, this person is taking a class at Clovis Community College, and they're also taking a class at Fresno City College. But they are on the wait list for the Fresno City College class because there's a red box around it and it says on wait list. It also shows the credits and where the room is and the instructor. So it's honestly really easy and helpful because you don't have to go back into your self-service to check out what classes you're taking. It's just right there, right on the surface of your dashboard. And once again, just reiterating that, the registered classes will be right to the left. And then the waitlist classes say waitlist. It's really important that you go to the first day of class, even if you're on the wait list, because you never know if someone might not show up and then a space becomes available. I know a lot of people are a little shy or nervous about doing that, but everyone does it. It's just what happens when you're in college. If you want to get into a class and you're on the wait list for it, just keep going to the class, even if you're not registered for it. Okay, and then if you are taking a class online and it's a fully online class, make sure to register, log into Canvas so that you get your attendance so that you're not dropped. Because if you're not there on the first day of school, you will be dropped, unfortunately, unless you contacted the instructor otherwise. Okay, and then portions 6, 7, and 8 are all really similar. They're all just resources or announcements. So in the little 6 box, that is the district announcements, anything that's going on in the district at Madera, Fresno, Clovis, Reedley. And then our latest news in 7, you can switch between, oh, sorry, we got a question in the chat. Okay. Number 7, you can switch between Reedley and Fresno news. This is just the news within the district. And then on section 8, we have tech support that's 24/7. It's really important because sometimes Canvas, my portal will go out and you can't get into Canvas or your student email if you don't have the apps. So I would definitely save this number in your phone. So say if it's 10 o'clock at night and you're trying to get a assignment done and you can't get in, you can just always call that number. Okay. And yeah. And after the event reminders, if you missed any live sessions this week, you can refer to our webpage for more information. These presentations will be posted online. And then if you want to know more about Canvas, we have a workshop at 12 that you can join us and find more about Canvas and also complete our event survey when it gets emailed to you.
Thank you, Elaine. Like Elaine said, let's please make sure that we log into the Canvas coming up here at 12 o'clock. That is a very, very important app to use because that is where you're going to be turning in your homework, your assignments, taking your quizzes and your exams. That is also one of the important ways to communicate with your instructors. There's a lot of information to learn at the next session. So we hope to see you guys there. If you guys have any questions between now, we still have a little bit of time before we can get into the next session. So we'll give everybody a chance to put something in the Dropbox. If you guys are still unsure of how to log into your student portal, please send a chat and we can go over them again, because that is probably one of the biggest hurdle that we have for our new students, because we've changed quite a bit. We went to a Microsoft identification, so we're adding a few extra steps to it too. We've added a few extra steps. All right, well, thank you again for joining us today. We will see you here shortly for the good question, Ashley. So there's a question on the chat. How do hybrid classes work? So we're going to go over that with the Canvas the next meeting. But hybrid is a combination of in-person and online. So it just really depends on how your hybrid classes are set up. So if your hybrid classes, let's say, is on Tuesdays, but your class starts on Monday the 12th, but your meeting time is not until Tuesday or your Wednesday, you still need to log into your Canvas account on the very first day of instruction to check in with your instructor. Anybody else have any questions they can drop in the chat? Yes, so even if you add a bank account on your banking information, we do not automatically take any payments. So you still have to manage your own payments, make your payments when you're ready. So right now we are not dropping students for non-payment, but we do put a hold after the 10th day once the semester begins. So you won't be able to access or drop your classes or add classes until until your business hold is paid for. Anybody else have questions? All right, we will see you at 12 o'clock to our Canvas workshop. Thank you, everybody, for being here today.